it was just unfortunate. I would have loved to be able to keep Tyson. He's a phenomenal player. We wouldn't be champions without Ty, but when the rules change, you can't let your emotions get in the way. You have to go in there and do what you think is right. You know, I spent a lot of time reading the collective bargaining agreement, you know, going through game theory and trying to determine how I thought everything would play out in terms of, you know, valuing players and market theory and all that kind of stuff. Went through with a lot of people trying to understand, you know, how players are going to be valued and what's going to happen as, particularly in year 3 of the CBA, the luxury tax and other things change. And so we did what we felt, I did what I felt we had to do to keep the Mavs competitive for as long as possible and put us in a position to win a championship. And it's unfortunate, whether it's Ty or JJ or Deshaun or Karan, you know, in a perfect world, we'd rather keep all of them. But, you know, the rules changed, so we couldn't do it the same way.
Do you think he's kind of exactly what the Knicks needed in terms of a defensive post presence?
I hope not.
Other than this game.
I mean, who knows? I don't pay that close attention to the Knicks to know. But he certainly, whatever team Tyson's on, you know, he can help them if he stays healthy.
Cuban, talk about Jeremy Lin was a part of the organization through Summer League and everything. And, of course, the phenomenon has just really progressed more and more. How disappointed are you that he's not still part of the Mavericks organization?
I got over that disappointment a couple years ago, you know. I mean, I'm happy for Jeremy, though. We obviously liked him. We were the first team to sign him, and we tried to keep him. We saw a lot in him that we saw in Steve Nash. And, you know, I say it over and over again, what you do during 48 minutes is probably the least important for a young player. It's what you do in the other 23 hours and 12 minutes of the day to get better and improve at your profession. And Jeremy was obviously a hard worker that we knew was going to get better. And he's proven it. And we think we've got a lot of those guys, too. Dominique Jones and Brandon Wright and Yee, that Delonte West, that are younger, going to get better.
Thank you, sir. There's so much to talk about post-game version of the show, Dallas Mavericks losing a close one to the New York Knickerbockers. My pleasure to have a member of the 2010-2011 World Champion Dallas Mavericks, Mr. Jason Terry. Pleasure to have you on the show once again, but this time with a ring. Pleasure.
I appreciate it. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And talk about, this was like such a tough battle. It had a playoff atmosphere. How far do you think this Knicks team could go?
I think they're going to surprise some people in the East, but they ain't been together long, so their chemistry may struggle a little bit. But playoff basketball, hey, anybody can win. You know, they're starting to piece their team together. They added J.R. Smith. Baron Davis is getting healthy, so the emergence of Jeremy Lin obviously has been a plus for them. So if they can get healthy, you know, they're just as good as anybody in the East.
Talk about how the season has really developed and how you guys are playing great basketball at the right time. Even though you guys lost, you're still playing great basketball.
Well, for us, it's all about the journey. Last year, that's what we learned. It's going to be a long season. There's going to be some ups and downs, but if you can maintain an even keel, and in the end, maintain your overall team health, then you'll be in a position to win a championship, and that's all we ask for.
One more question for you. This is off topic, but what you said after Game 3 shook LeBron for sure. Talk about everyone was saying that. What is he saying? What is he saying? But I know you had the mental edge in that, and you did it for a purpose.
Yeah, no question. I mean, being a veteran player and understanding that if I watch film and break the game down, I know how a team's going to play me, especially for a series. And I just, in my mind, I knew that he couldn't keep up with me, and neither could the Miami Heat, and that's why we won.
Jason, thank you for your time. Have a great one. Talk about the progress of the defense throughout the season. It's just getting better.
It is. It really is getting better, and we're focusing more and more on the defensive end, really trying to get stops, really trying to keep players from having career nights here at the Garden. You know, so we did a great job tonight on the Mavericks. Dirk had a decent game, but everyone else was pretty much contained. So great effort tonight.
JR's addition to the system, to Mike D'Antoni's system, and how the system is being executed more and more with Jeremy Lin.
Absolutely. Jeremy's doing a phenomenal job of pretty much orchestrating the offense. JR came in for his first game and shot the ball well, created for us, which is something that we need. You know, he's an extremely talented player and a great shooter from the inside. So with that addition, it's making our team a lot deeper as far as in depth, and we're going to be hard to stop.
How important was it not only for Lin but for the team for him to bounce back the way he did after Friday's game?
Yeah, I mean, he had a solid game Friday. I mean, he just came back and played again, played solid, and played good again tonight. You know, Novak had a phenomenal second half for us. I mean, the way he played tonight was incredible. So you're starting to see guys that are, you know, you don't quite know about starting to step up and play great. And that's the type of character we have for this team.
Amar'e, that's a team that coming back in the fourth quarter to beat a team like that? What does it do for this team's confidence?
Well, we know how good we can be. Just a matter of us implementing that offense and staying solid defensively. We have great character for us guys and the way they carry themselves. So we're professional about ours. We're going to stay focused. We're going to continue to watch film and improve and not get too high and never get too low. So we're staying focused.
The Mavs told Tyson that they had an answer for Lynn. I guess it didn't work out that way.
I guess they thought it was Sean Marion, but you know, Sean is normally a great defensive player on the point guard, but Jeremy did a great job of just figuring it out as the game came along, and he played great.
Talk about how great it is that this team could be 10, 11 deep through the season. That gives you a chance to pretty much rest for the playoffs.
Oh, it's going to be great. I mean, all of us. I mean, you know, with the way things are falling in place now, when Jeremy goes out, you can bring in a guy like Baron Davis whenever he gets back. You know, when Landry goes out, you can bring in J.R. Smith. When Carmelo goes out, you can bring in, you know, Steve Novak. When I go out, you can bring in Jared Jeffries, and it goes down the line. You know, so with that type of depth, it keeps us with, you know, fresh, with high energy as the starters, and the second unit comes in and plays just as well as they did tonight. We're going to be a hard team to stop.
Thank you. Defensive effort, how it just keeps getting better and better, especially with your addition, what you've provided for that defense, overall team.
Yeah, I feel like we grow every game. We learn one another. We get more confident in our communication, and as long as we continue to do that, we'll continue to grow.
Against your old team, you know, how did that feel to be able to drop that double-double?
And to be able to walk away with a victory, you know, it's always good to beat the old team.
Playoff atmosphere, it felt like.
It was incredible here in the Garden. You know, this is the reason why I wanted to come here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was weird. We went to dinner last night. It was good. It was great seeing him. Obviously, we miss him. You know, just a great guy, great locker room guy, and just a warrior. So he helped us win the championship, and he's going to be family for the rest of our lives. And it was definitely great seeing him. And he's a competitor. And yeah, I wish him luck. And it's going to be great when he comes back to Dallas and receive his ring. I think he's going to get a great welcome back by the fans because he definitely deserves it, and he was a big part of why we won last year.
Talk about here in New York, the playoff atmosphere. I mean, in your career, you haven't seen anything like this, right, here at the Madison Square Garden.
I mean, I always love playing here. You know, the crowd's always into it.
It's actually, you know, looking good.
Yeah, the Knicks are good. No, I've seen some good Knicks teams, and they're definitely they're loaded. You know, especially when Melo comes back. You know, I love the addition of J.R. Smith. You know, he can get hot and shoot with the best of them in this league. Amar'e, obviously, and Tyson being the anchor defensively. So they got a lot of weapons, and they're going to be all right in the East.
How the team has grown overall this season from the tough start, and how the team has grown and getting used to each other, and also your conditioning too.
Who, them?
And the Mavericks.
Mavericks. Yeah, I mean, I said it all season long. I think I like our weapons. I think we're struggling early on with the short training camp, being an older team, and we just weren't quite in a rhythm, and it took us a little while. But, yeah, we battled over the last couple of weeks, and I think got in a better rhythm, got a better shape, and guys play well off each other now. And that was definitely a tough one to swallow today.